Alright folks, so when I think about it, we actually have enough premium Russian heavy tanks for 2 new tech trees, or 3, because there are a bunch, in addition to the 5 they already have. So Object 277, 705A, IS-7, IS-4, and ST-2 are just regular tanks, but now you can place them all with prototypes of the IS-4 or IS-7, and there you go, 2 new tech trees. But this is another one. So it's a K-2 premium tier 8 Russian heavy tank. It was released on the super test around December 30th 2021, so relatively new-ish, but it has more of the original characteristics of a premium Russian heavy tank, with garbage accuracy, garbage penetration, garbage-ish of an aim time, and view range Russian 350. So it's not fast, it's not accurate, it doesn't pin hard, it doesn't hit hard. Reload time is also garbage, but it has a lot of health and a lot of armor. So let's take a look. But standard D25T, originally it was 175mm of pen. They buffed it, but 196 is still below average. So yeah, this thing doesn't have preferential matchmaking like a IS-6, so I doubt it will be that good against like tier 10s. But 270mm for high explosive anti-tank, it's alright, but you need it. You do need it against higher tier vehicles. Reload time is awful, 15 seconds for only about 400 alpha, so that's about 1560 DPM. That is bad. That is real bad. Accuracy, Russian god awfulness, 0.44 base, trash. Aim time, a little bit better than average, trash, but still trash, 2.9 seconds. 6 degrees of gun depression, 25 elevation, not bad for Russian. 30 rounds, standard Russian tank like a IS-4 or IS-5, IS-3 even. All of them have 30, so don't spam a lot, otherwise you'll run out of shells. Top speed of 30, slow. Reverse of 14, not bad-ish, but top speed of 30 is crap. Horsepower per ton ratio is about 13.6, so about the same as an IS-6, but IS-6 has a 35 km/h top speed, so it's even slower than an IS-6. Yeah, IS-6 has been power crap to hell, but this thing has a lot of health. 1700 health, which is like a KV-4, more than a KV-4. Let me check, but KV-4, the KV Fortress. Yeah, it's about the same as a KV Fortress. 1700 health. Quite chunky too, but this thing has better side armor than a KV-4. It has 160 at the side for the hull and 160 for the front. So depending on the actual sloping and the actual armor profile, it might have 160 between the tracks, and that is thick. 250 for the turret front too, so it's better than the 𝘗𝘚-4. 𝘗𝘚-4 has about 200mm. So view range Russian 350. Yeah, it's like an IS-6 or IS-5, IS-3 even. Actually, IS-3 has 370 with upgraded turret, but standard Russian heavy tanks premium. Yeah, 350 sucks. Standard radio. It fires high explosive anti-tank, AP, and high explosive. Crew are the same for all the loadouts. Alright. But here are the in-game screenshot. So as you can see, 100% crew, 0.42 accuracy, 2.78 seconds of aim time, 1627 DPM. Yeah, but the best thing about this thing is the health and the armor. And armor kind of looks like a IS-4 in a sense. So when I originally take a look at this vehicle, it's like an IS-4 with a garbage gun. Yeah, 790 meters per second with AP shell. That's standard for D25T. It's slow. You have to get into the face of enemy vehicles. And high explosive anti-tank is not that much better. So shell velocity is slow, but yeah, garbage gun. What can you do? But the thing about this thing, after I already took a look, is that it's like a IS-4 nerfed into a tier A premium. Which is actually somewhat scary when you think about it. If you're fighting this thing in a Sherman tank, holy crap, you'll crap your pants. But here are some actual HD pictures. So taking a look at the rear end of this vehicle is very reminiscent of an IS-4. So where's the hell is the IS-4? There's mine with the skin, but let me take off the skin so you can actually see the freaking rear end. But I have a skin on, so 3D model skin, so it's like an IS-4. Yep, it's like other than the fuel tank's compartments, there's a pickaxe, there's a shovel, there's a pickaxe, there's a shovel, missing the tow cables, and this turret is more reminiscent of a 𝘗𝘚-4 turret. So imagine a, well, it's like an IS-4 turret as well, but IS-4 turret, 250 at the front. Fuck. Is it the same as the IS-4 turret with a little bulge? Holy crap, it might be an IS-4 turret. I thought it was like a 𝘗𝘚-4 turret. It's like an IS-4 turret. Holy crap, it might just be a IS-4 at tier 8. So here's the 𝘗𝘚-4. I thought it could be like this turret. It's not as thick. You have the gun access port at the top of the turret, similar to the IS-4, IS-3, yada yada. It's pretty thin for the gun access port, but the frontal cheeks of this vehicle is only 195, and there are a few weak spots, so gold shell will pin at some parts of the cheek, but the frontal hull is not like the K-2, so it's more flat. The K-2 is more reminiscent of an IS-4 than a 𝘗𝘚-4, so it's even more well sloped than the IS-4. Doesn't have the driver hatch right here, but let's take a look at the IS-4 armor, just so be completely sure of a IS-4 as a premium tier 8. Yeah, it's 240. It's even more reinforced than the actual frontal plate. Oh Jesus, 155 slope upwards. But the IS-4 have 160 behind the tracks, with the tracks being 20 millimeters. So side scraping with this thing is thick. And frontal plate is also thick too. So this thing might be a IS-4 as a premium tier 8, which is scary. I mean, it's even better well sloped in terms of the pike hull. But if you side script with it, obviously that defeats the purpose. But then again, it's at tier 8 against a bunch of freaking tier 6s. Holy crap. Holy shit. It's basically a IS-4 with a garbage gun at tier 8. How much will you rate that? I mean, then again, we already have the IS-7 as a tier 8 in the form of the Object 252U. So, might as well do an IS-4, right? Holy shit. Is it better than the Object 252U? Well, both of them have garbage accuracy, garbage aim time, garbage DPM, but this thing is faster. Ish. Well, depending. Well, actually, hold on a bit. It might have the same speed. It has better horsepower per ton ratio, but the Object 252U has better top speed. And slightly better traverse for the hull as well. Doesn't have as much health and as much armor at the sides, but frontal plate is 130, shaped into an IS-7 pike nose. So, and this thing has 250 for the turret front. It might be the IS-4's turret too. God. Well, you might have a weak gun access port. That might be a weak spot. This might be 30 millimeters to balance, quote unquote. You might have like a garbage ass driver hatch, which this is also the weak spot for balance, but we have to see the actual armor profile. But for now, it kind of looks like an IS-4 with a garbage gun at tier 8, and that is scary. It's not as slow as you would think compared to the Object 252U. Yeah, it's no like super fast Chrysler K, but it's not like a Mammoth or VK101P in a sense. So it's not slow, but it's an IS-4 at tier 8. I'm hyping this thing up way too much. So if you're fighting off against a tier 10, obviously you'll get pinned. and your gun's not it's not going to do crap against a tier 10 with that garbage penetration and shell velocity. But if you're faced off against a tier 6 or tier 7, holy crap, it's an IS-4 at tier 8. So utterly imbalanced in a sense. I don't know. I mean, how much would I rate it? Well, if you have preferential matchmaking, this thing is like a 7.5 out of 10. It's like you don't even face tier 10s. You only face like tier 9s or below. That would be great. But obviously it will have preferential matchmaking. So it never will have preferential matchmaking. Otherwise, holy crap, people will rage. But oh my god, it's IS-4 with a garbage gun as a premium tier 8. There you go. That's a summary of it. So 7 out of 10, depending on the armor. But garbage gun, garbage-ish of a mobility. But the armor of this thing is so damn thick. Well, there you go, folks. The K-2. So it's only the super test server, so stats are subject to change. But on a basic default initial impression thingy of a view of this tank, yeah, IS-4 with a garbage gun as a premium tier 8. Because we're out of ideas for a premium tank, but hey, we already did the Object 252U, so same old song, same old dance. Let's do the IS-4. Next we'll do the Object 7058 doesn't have a prototype as a premium, do we? Nope. We need the premium tier 8 with the basic 705A, but with the garbage gun. We need that. Come on, guys. We need one. But just goes to show you how crap the KV-4 has become. Holy crap. This was originally a fortress. Now it's a sponge for gold shell. And everybody pins the cupola or the mini turret on top of the big turret. It's... oh, God. Why have this thing when you can have an IS-4 at tier 8, right? Fucking power crap. But thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
𝘗𝘚-4